This video is going to talk you through how to create a multiplication formula. So you should have your in-class practice file open that we've been using. And what you want to do is make a new worksheet. So you're going to go to the lower left of your screen and hit the plus sign. That's going to add in a sheet. We're going to use the down arrow here to rename it. And I'm just going to call it multiply. And if you want to add a color to it, you can do that as well. Okay, once you have that done, we are going to be working in columns A, B, and C today. We're going to start in column A in cell A1, and we're going to have your computer complete a pattern of fives, counting by 5. So remember that we have to show it the first two parts. So we're going to put a 5 in cell A1, and we're going to put a 10 in cell A2. Now we're going to use autofill to complete the pattern all the way down here to row 20. So remember, your second step on using autofill is to highlight the pattern that you want it to repeat, and then hold your mouse over the autofill box until it becomes a skinny black cross. Click and drag down, and we're working all the way to row 20 today. All right, in column B, you're going to type in, we're going to count by tens now. So you need to give the spreadsheet an example of the pattern you want it to complete. So I'll put 10 in B1 and 20 in B2. I'm going to highlight that pattern, hold my mouse over the autofill box, and have it complete my pattern to row 20. Now in column C, what we're going to do is create a formula to multiply whatever's in column A by whatever is in column B for its respective rows. Okay. So to start off with, what we're going to have to do here, remember on addition, we came over here to the function symbol and we used the down arrow, and we were doing addition. It showed up right here as sum. Well, as you look down this list, you'll notice that multiply doesn't show up. So what you have to do is you have to figure out what the function is for multiplication in the spreadsheet. So the easiest way to do that is to come down here to more functions. When you choose more functions, it's going to open another tab for you. This is like Google Spreadsheet Help. And here it's going to show you there are tons and tons of functions in spreadsheets, okay? And this can go on and on and on. The easiest way for us to find a simple one like multiplication is going to be over here on this right-hand side. This is giving you a list. Here's what we need: multiply, okay? This is what we needed to know, that the function is multiply. It's not times or MUL, okay? We had to know what the correct function is. Now we can just switch back over to your spreadsheet file. And we're going to have to make this formula from scratch since it doesn't show up in the shortcut list. So you're clicked in cell C1, and every formula starts with an equal sign. So you're going to hit the equal sign, and we're going to start typing our function in, which is multiply. We just saw that on the help screen. So type M and U, and you're going to see that Google comes up with a little help screen here. And it gives you the functions that match what you've typed in so far. So multiply is what I want. So I'm just going to click down there. And again, it's helping me along as I go. It's telling me I need my first factor, the first thing I want to multiply. Then I'm going to put a comma and the second factor that I want to multiply. So I could either type this in or I can click. Okay, I'm going to click on cell A1 because that's what I want to be my first factor. Then I'm going to type a comma on my keyboard. And then for factor 2, I'm going to click on B1. I'm going to hit enter, and that completes my formula. Okay. So it's taking 5 times 10 and making it 50 for my answer sheet. Okay. So here's my formula bar, and this is what's showing is truly typed into the cell, not 50. Remember, that's how I'll grade your work, that your formula is correct, not that your number is correct on your spreadsheet. Okay, the formula is what's important. So now I need to autofill down this formula so that it will multiply the rest of my rows. So I'm just going to hold my mouse over the autofill box. Because it's a formula, I don't have to show it a pattern. It's just copying the formula down and changing the rows accordingly. So for example, I'm going to come over here to C7, and it gives me an answer of 2,450. I'm looking up at the formula bar, and I notice that it adjusted the factors the way it was supposed to. It's taking A7 times B7 to give me an answer. Okay, so that's how you multiply. And now I want to talk about number formatting. As you look down column C, you'll see that it has thousands places and even tens of thousands places. And this would be a whole lot easier to read if it had commas in it. So what we want to do is format our numbers so that it has commas in it. When you format numbers on a spreadsheet, you never ever type in the commas or the dollar signs or the percent signs. You always let the computer do that part for you. So for example, I'm going to highlight my stuff in column C, and I'm going to come up here to my button bar. This is all, this section of your button bar is all about how your numbers look, okay? If I were doing a budget and I needed this to have dollars and cents, which is currency, I would just click this and automatically it would put it in the format of dollars and cents. Okay. We're not doing dollars and cents today, but I wanted to show you that because it's quick. You don't type in the dollar sign or the commas. What we do want to do for this one is we want to go to the 1, 2, 3. This is where more formats are. And there's tons and tons of formats. But we're going to go here and we're going to choose number. And you'll notice that it goes ahead and puts commas in, but it still has decimal places, which I don't want for this spreadsheet. So again, I'm coming up to the button bar. And I'm going to use this button called Decrease Decimal Places. And you click it for however many decimals you want to get rid of. So I'll click it twice, and now my numbers look the way that I want them to. Okay?